Good morning. Good morning. My name is Rodney Glover. I am the candidate for governor of Florida, and I'm about to bring you a lot of information. So, what I want you to do is I want you to go to Glover2026.com so that you can verify and validate everything that I'm telling you. All of the research is there. Florida Statute 112.51 removes elected officials by the governor. So, the governor has the power to remove all elected officials without having to ask you, the citizen, to is it okay to remove that official that you put in office? Florida Constitution, Article 7, Section 4 was the homestead exemption, which allowed for a 3% cap on how much your property taxes could go up. They followed that up with Florida Statute 193.155, which is the welcome stranger tax, which what you need to understand is if you are not already a homestead citizen, you will pay an enormous percentage, up to 174% higher January 1st after you buy that home. And if it's a new home, it's around about 2 years. House Bill 7207, which was the act that allowed for the removal of concurrency. Concurrency was what was needed when a corporation would come in and say, hey, we want to develop this area, and here are all of our plans to make sure that it works, not just for us, but also for the surrounding area. They removed that concurrency. That was done under House Bill 7207. Florida Statute 366.06 is the electric grid's upgrade statute. It was passed to simply say that you, as the citizen, will pay more for your electricity and you do not have to use more electricity. So if you're out here trying to save and trying to keep your lights and stuff off, this bill has allowed for you to be charged regardless of your usage. Florida Statute 957.08 is our private prison guarantee. This guarantees that we keep those prisons at minimum 90% full. And if we don't keep them at 90% full, we will pay those private prisons for not upholding our end of that contract. So now you understand that 957.08 guarantees we keep pushing people into prison. Florida Statute 1008.25 is a vague educational progression requirement, which allowed for us now to have that 50% rule that happens in Florida, where you cannot give a child less than 50%. So that's why we see that the numbers may say that they are passing a lot of students, but they're not as educated, because 1008.25 is so vague that they were able to, inside that act, stop identifying some of these issues after the third grade. So it's very important that you understand that. House Bill 365, the Affordable House Reform Act, it died in committee. So the people who were supposed to try to get you affordable housing didn't even let it go through. Senate Bill 102 was a permanent ban of all rent control in the state of Florida. You can go look this stuff up. House Bill 837 made it harder to sue for bad faith claims. So if you had insurance problems, because we passed House Bill 837, it made it more difficult to sue for these things. All of this data can be found at Glover2026.com. And the reason we cannot do anything about it, regardless of who we put in office, is because we refuse to change Statute 100.361, which is our recall statute. It's the statute that gives us access to fire those people that we elect. And all of the people who make the rules, all the individuals who voted for all of those aforementioned statutes and Senate bills and constitutional amendments, all of those people are untouchable by way of the system. So we need to make those changes, and I am the governor that will make those changes. We will put this thing on the right track. I just need the support. So when you go to Glover2026.com and you do your verification, you're going to find out that you can get a petition off of there. Get that petition downloaded, signed, and let's fix these problems. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.